Hello everyone and welcome to Tampa Bay Sports Daily and our studio here in Tampa, Florida. You can see some nice memorabilia around, but we'll get to that in another video. Welcome to our Week 11 picks and predictions. I'm Connor Babcock, the owner and founder of Tampa Bay Sports Daily, and I'd like to welcome you to the channel. Thank you for watching. Week 11 AFC North and the NFC East, and we got some other great matchups as well. Starting with our Thursday night game between the 7-3 Washington Commanders and the 7-2 Philadelphia Eagles, and this is the game of the week for me. This is a game of the week for me because there are a couple more division games in this week, but I think they aren't going to be as close as some people believe, and I think this game is probably one of the closer games this week. So Washington, the most surprising team this year in the NFL, most definitely. Jalen Daniels has looked incredible in every aspect, running, throwing, keeping games alive, Hail Marys, just incredible. Their defense has been really good too. Just traded for Marshon Lattimore before the deadline a couple weeks ago. And the Eagles, on the other hand, they're hot as well. They've won 5 straight games since going 2-2, and after a bye week got really healthy. The offense is starting to get going. The defense is starting to get going. The Eagles are really starting to put it together. There are 2 teams who have really started to put it together in the last few weeks. Clashing on Thursday Night Football. A great Thursday Night Football game. First time in a while we've had a good one. Probably since the Bucs and the Falcons played in early October, I would say. But yeah, so I think the Commanders will win this game 27-24. I think it's going to be a game-winning field goal. It's going to be that close of a game. It's going to be really, really tight. I'll be following the Lightning game tomorrow night, so I'll keep an update on this one, but I'll be following the Lightning game tomorrow night. Watch that Lightning recap tomorrow. The game again. Yeah. So watch out for that video. Sorry. Starting with our Sunday games, our first game is another divisional matchup in the NFC North. We have the Chicago Bears taking on the Green Bay Packers, and I think this is a pretty easy game for the Packers. I mean, the Bears have not looked good on offense at all. They fired their offensive coordinator this week. They've really fallen since that 4-2 start where Caleb Williams really looked great these last few weeks. Sorry, he has not really looked that great, and I just really don't see that improving. While the Packers, ever since Jordan Love got healthy, have looked really, really good. And I'm not making this my lock of the week, but I think the Packers are going to win pretty easily, 24-14. Now moving on to what is my lock of the week. It is the Lions against the Jaguars. The Jaguars have not looked good at all. Sputtering on offense. Trevor Lawrence doesn't look comfortable. Doug Peterson's definitely on the hot seat. Their offense just not look good, and their defense not any better, really. They got beat by a bad Patriots team last week. I think they're going to come in hungry for this game, but I just don't think they'll be able to top the Lions. And this is my lock of the week. Lions win 35-10. I don't think it's going to be a close game at all. Now moving on to the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Tennessee Titans. The Titans in a rebuild, obviously, trading DeAndre Hopkins, trading a couple other key pieces. They're clearly a rebuild, and they are not going to stand a chance against Justin Jefferson and the Vikings. I think the Vikings will win this one easily against 28-17. Now moving on to Miami versus Las Vegas. And Miami's looked good these last few weeks since Tua Tagovailoa came back. Their offense is starting to score again. Starting to get Devon Achane back in there. Tyreek Hill had his first touchdown in 10 weeks. They're really starting to look better. Tua's starting to throw better. I think the sputtering offense that is the Raiders, they cleaned house on the offensive side 2 weeks ago. But I think the Miami Dolphins will win this game 24-7. I don't think the Raiders can put up too many points. And then we have the New England Patriots against the LA Rams. And now this one's interesting because the Rams, they're definitely the favorites in this game, obviously. And I think this game's going to be a lot than some people think. New England's going to be coming off that gutsy win against bad Jaguars team, but still a win is a win, and that can really help your momentum. But I think the Patriots, they're going to come in with a fighty, gutsy momentum, but I don't think it's enough to beat the Rams, and I think the Rams are going to win this one. Pretty close to the game. I say 24-21. Maybe a last drive interception by the Rams to really seal the deal, or maybe a last-second touchdown by the Patriots to make it that close. But definitely a close game up to the finish, and we'll definitely keep an eye on that one. Our next matchup is New Orleans against Cleveland. New Orleans has beat the Falcons last week in an impressive fashion. Really good couple of defensive stands in that game. Cleveland is sputtering ever since that Deshaun Watson trade, and I think New Orleans will win this game pretty easily, and that's not much to talk about because it's just a battle of two bad teams, and I think New Orleans will prevail. Now, I already had my game of the week. I think this game is not going to be as close as people think. It is the Ravens and the Steelers. And this game, it's two really good teams. The Steelers 7-2, Ravens 8-2. Two really good teams coming in. And I think the Ravens are going to win pretty easily. I don't think Russell Wilson in that defense will be able to stop Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson. Can't stop what they're getting going at right now. I think the Ravens will win that one pretty simply. And yeah. Up next we have Indianapolis Colts against the New York Jets. For the Colts, there have been debate this week who is going to be starting quarterback. Originally, their head coach said it was going to be Joe Flacco. Now there's reports coming out that it's going to be Anthony Richardson. Richardson had been benched for a couple weeks for not really putting in the effort. And then the Jets are just the Jets. I mean, there's no really good explanation for it. The Jets are being the Jets. And I think Indianapolis will win this game pretty easily. Up next, we have the Broncos and the Falcons. The Falcons are coming off a loss to the Saints, a game they should have won. That could have really put away the division. That since the Buccaneers lost, they could really put away the division. But they lost, and now I think they're going to lose again. I think the Falcons are going to start falling apart. They haven't looked really that great every couple weeks, and I think this game is one of those games that they should win, but they're sadly not. I think the Broncos are going to win. They are going to be pissed off that they didn't beat the Chiefs on that blocked field goal, and I really think that that game is going to be a surprise, and it's my upset of the week. The Broncos are going to be the Falcons. Starting with our later games, we have the Seahawks and the 49ers, and the 49ers coming off with a weird win against the Bucs. It was a very defensive game to start. Offenses started scoring in the second half, and Jake Moody, who missed 3 field goals, ends up hitting the game winner to beat the Bucs to improve to 5-4. Still behind the Cardinals at 6-4, which is a surprise, but the Cardinals are off this week, like the Buccaneers. But yeah, I think the 49ers are going to win this one pretty easily. The Seahawks haven't looked too great last few weeks after starting 3-0, and they've really struggled in some categories, and I just think it's not really going to be that close of a game. Up next is most people's game of the week. It's not mine because I think Washington Philly will be better than this game. It's the Bills and the Chiefs. This is going to be a great game. It's always a great game, no matter if it's regular season or postseason. These two teams have drama. I expect it to be feisty. I expect it to be high energy. And I think the Bills are going to be the first team to beat the Chiefs this year. I think the Bills are going to be coming gaudy. They are tired of the Chiefs beating them. They went to Bills Mafia and Highmark Stadium and beat them there. And I think they're going to really put that feist into this game. And I think they're going to use that to help them win. I think the Bills are going to win 35-31. It's going to be a high-scoring affair, really action-packed, a game everyone must watch. And then our next game is the Bengals and the Chargers. And the Chargers have looked great this year under Jim Harbaugh, his first year back in the NFL, and he's leading his team at 6-3 right now. So he's doing great as a head coach. Their offense is sputtering a little bit, and they're really asking the defense to hold them down a lot. And in those 3 losses, that's hurt them, but in their 6 wins, it's helped them. So it's very, very hard. I think the Chargers are going to beat the Bengals. So the Bengals haven't looked that great. Their offense is finally started going. Jamar Chase, wow, last week. If you have him on a fantasy team, good for you. I mean, he put up insane numbers. 3 touchdowns, 200-something yards. Joe Burrow looked great too. But I think their defense is too much, really, to get over, and I think the Chargers are going to win that one. And then on Monday Night Football, to close out the week, we have what looked to be a great matchup at the beginning of the year, but now with Dak Prescott being out for the rest of the season, it is not. It is the Cowboys and the Texans. The Texans have been sputtering a little bit, losing to the Lions last week on Sunday Night Football after even getting 5 interceptions, and they really haven't looked that good overall. And I think this game is going to be a lot closer than a lot of people think. I think the Texans are going to pull it out, though, 28-24. That's going to do it for our Week 11 picks. And I'm Connor Babcock for Tampa Bay Sports Daily. I hope you guys liked this video. If so, hit that subscribe button and go ahead and post notifications so you know whenever we post videos like this. A little channel update. We'll be posting as much as we can on here. Hopefully starting to become daily, as on tomorrow we will have a lightning recap for the game tomorrow night, and then Friday or Saturday we'll get out a Buccaneers mid-season report video, and then we will start doing Rays off-season videos as well in the mix of that. So we got some lightning videos coming up, some Buccaneers videos coming up, some Rays videos coming up. If you guys want to see time videos, I haven't covered them that much, even though they are in my name. And one of the teams that come, I haven't really covered them that much. If you guys want me to cover them more, I'll start doing videos on them. Just tell me, let me know. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.